tonight, first half went pretty well. What changed in the second half, and how are you feeling afterwards?
Well, I thought our effort was great. Pretty disappointed with our effort the last two games that we've played. So for the girls to turn it around and play a lot harder was really good tonight. The first half of basketball is the style that we want to be able to play. What's been plaguing us is our turnovers, and so that just reared its head right from the beginning of the second half, and we ended with 20 turnovers again. So I'm just pulling my hair out a bit, or going more grey, probably more accurately, with the fact that we're fronting up to every game and giving the ball back 20 times is not anywhere near acceptable for the level of the league, and that's hurting us, and we've got to find a way to get it under control.
We'll start with the positive of the first half, because you only scored 54 points on Wednesday for the entire game. You put up 54 in the first half. What went right for you offensively in the first half?
Yeah, well, a lot of that was just getting back to the bases of, or the pillars of our style of play that we've set out from the pre-season. So when we got into the game on Wednesday night, I don't know what went wrong with our mindset, but we just went completely negative right from the beginning of the game, and probably we just didn't see the ball go through the basket for the first few minutes, and it got contagious, and I think we were shooting 11% from the three and 19% from the floor at halftime. So it was contagious. It's a young team, and they just imploded a bit on Wednesday night with it. So credit again that we worked hard here for a couple of practice sessions and got back to where we wanted to go. And then, tailored two cities with the game, first half versus second half.
The rebounding dominance you had, especially early when you were getting everything you didn't really want, did you feel like that was an area of the game where you could sort of see some control?
Look, I think Michaela, she's been great last couple of games in particular with that. And then we had a really good high-low set of actions going, and then after a while they just started crowding the paint, and we just had a ton of wide open shots. We just didn't knock down enough to keep some scoreboard pressure on them and make them pay for collapsing inside a fair bit. So I think that the good thing is we were looking for our bigs and looking for rollers, but the two things we needed, turnovers when they're errant passes trying to hit rollers or seals, and then also just not punishing them from the three enough.
How hard is it to stop momentum these days? When started that third quarter, they just went bang, and when you guys were flying, they couldn't stop you. But once they got it going, the momentum was hard to stop.
I think definitely with the Perth crowd, it's kind of hard. You hear them cheer, cheer, cheer. We just got to come together as a group, and I think we did it most of the time pretty well. Definitely better than our past games, so it's definitely something to build on.
What do you learn from these two games? It's a tough road trip, and Wednesday night was obviously very tough. A bit better tonight as a team, but what do you take out of these two road games?
I think we definitely improved from last game to this game, so that's really important, and we have to build on what we did in the first half and do it in the whole game.
You looking forward to getting home now next week and getting to play on the home floor again?
Yeah, it'll be fun. Super excited to be back home.
Talks about Shanice's game.
Good offensively, and pretty ordinary defensively.
Talk to us about the offensive side of things. That's what we like.
Well, she's really talented, and right now, one of the reasons that she's here and with the Flames, and obviously we had some last-minute losses in our roster, which took away some of the experience of playing in the group. So the recruiting thing is about her playing with more experienced players, Opals level players, that kind of thing, and just enhancing her decision making. And that was the big platform about her recruitment to the Flames. So now we've got a situation where we lost some players late in the going into the pre-season, so now it's a really young backcourt, and I think that the exciting thing, she shows so much talent and potential to explore situations, and then what she's trying to learn is the decision-making part, the facilitation part of the game, when she becomes a scorer and when other people have got to get touches, and she's working hard to figure that out, and she'll be a better player for it by the end of the year.
And you're obviously holding her to a high standard by instantly going to the defensive side of things, because there's obviously two industries.
Yeah, well, she's going into a training camp for the LA Sparks next year, and she's very aware and wants to be held accountable for both ends of the floor, and I think that the defensive stuff is something I haven't been really happy with, and it's a work on for her, and we're just looking for a good response.
What about Celeste as well? The box score might not say a lot, but you trusted her down the stretch in a lot of that fourth quarter as well, and she's young and learning. Will she take a lot out of the 17 minutes that she played tonight?
Yeah, I think her work rate was better than it was the other night. I mean, she just needs a bit of confidence. She's not making a shot, so she's just not seeing the ball go through the net. And again, she's been just struggling with turning the ball over. So I think that she just needs a shot of confidence, needs to get a good game under her belt.
7 days until you play again. What are you hoping to work on this week, and what are you hoping to see next?
Our stuff is it's a young team, so it's really simple, to be honest. And how you build a club, again, because we lost some key players on the eve of pre-season, and we've had to reset a bit, because I really wanted a year 2 feel for the program, and it's a bit of a year 1 redux now. So it's our game style, our identity. We're kind of starting over again with that, and we're learning from the base. And now we've got, I think, the weight of the playing group is new and learning to play together. So it's not complicated, but it's trying to do very well the things in the style of play that make it go. And I'm sure we'll crack a win sometime soon.
I made a note at the start of the third quarter. There was 11:22 p.m. when the quarter started in Sydney, and you were really slow out of the blocks as a team. Was the body clock fatigue an issue at all? This is a later start than what we're accustomed to over here. Did it feel later to you?
I mean, maybe. I didn't find it to be a factor. Like, we've been here a couple of days. We've tried to stay up late to get used to it. I don't think it affected me personally. I usually go to bed late anyway, but I don't think so. I think we just didn't come out strong enough on the get-go, and the shots didn't go in, so it kind of fell back on itself. But yeah, we'll be better next game.
You got any thoughts on the later start? Like our south side of it, when they were here, they were a 7 p.m. start, and they were shocked at how late it felt. Normally it's 6:30 start time here, so 7:30, which tends to be your time, is pretty late.
I coached a lot of games here over the years, so I felt that we did all the right things. We worked hard on adjusting everyone's clock from the moment we arrived. So we had some late meetings and that kind of thing. So we were keeping people up late from the day we arrived. And I think that minimised it pretty well. So I don't think it's an excuse. I just think, it's a young team, a bit of added defensive pressure in the second half, and the things that are still flaws for us got exposed again. So I wouldn't put it down to that at all.
Thank you.